Are we going now? Is it going? Like, hi everybody, it's Marlon here, and my friend Colin tells me he's having some sort of extravaganza celebration today, and to bring in the summer season, and he asked of me could I supply one of my very special recipes, which perhaps would be in keeping with the theme of his party. So I'm always happy to oblige. I do enjoy summer very much, like I'm sure everybody does. Although here on the island, really, it is summer almost every single day. That's why I choose to live here. But let's not get off on a tangent. And today I would like to make you what I would enjoy to call my summer surprise pie. It's very, very simple to make. And I'll show you just how simple it is. I'm going to make two at the very same time, because sometimes you got people coming over. You don't know how many people you're coming over, so it's always good to have a little too much, because you could always put one away for yourself, which you could have later. Maybe sometime at 1 or 2 in the morning, you get that little snacky come upon you, the snack attack, as I enjoy to call it, and it wakes you right up from your slumber, and you get up and you go, oh, I remember that I have a special pie in the freezer. It's delicious. You take it out, you could have it any time for snacking for the kids or whatever if you've got that. The very way to start, this is so simple to make. You start with these pies, little crusts here. You don't really want to take the time to make your own crusts. See, what I use here is what's called the ready, you can see that, ready crust, which means it's ready for you. When you're ready to go, it's ready for you to go, to make it. And it's all ready. They don't have to do the kneading and with the dough and the rolling, the pin, the flour goes all crazy everywhere. It's already done. Here I have a chocolate one, and this is a with graham cracker. Okay, so they're both very delicious. Now the way to start is I like to start with a layer of pudding, and here I've got some butterscotch. Now we'll just scoop that. What I'm going to do is, because you could use really any flavor pudding that you enjoy. Once again, do not make your own pudding. Why should you have to when it's already comes made for you? You know what I'm saying? That makes it... Okay, I got it. And I'm just going to put 2 cups in here of the butterscotch. Okay, very simple. Yep, okay. And you just sort of spread it around here, get it even Steven, as I like to say. Get out real good, like that. Then here, now I didn't open this one up already, because I wanted to show you something. See, open it up right there? Here's my favorite part. See this lid part here? It's delicious. I was trying to tell them for many years, you should make a product which is just the lids. I don't know how you package it or whatnot, but just the lids, and you would just pull out a lid. If you just want a little taste, you lick the lid, and it's delicious. It's okay to mix your puddings up here. It's not really too much. I'm going to make, this is tapioca. Here, you know if you can see the little lumpies on there. That's what, there's flavor in the lumpies. That's very good. I'm going to make, this one's going to be tapioca. And gonna put another one in there again. Yes, with the lid. Oh, that's good. Sometimes I have a lid and I can't stop, and I just had one time I had about 25 lids. I threw the pudding away. I just kept the lids. I enjoyed. I don't know what it is. It's the licking or something. I'm not sure. Up. So you just again. Which, like the other one, you spread it around, and you're just gonna goopy-loopy like that. Get it all nice. And I love the smell of tapioca. You know, that smells delicious, and butterscotch as well has a nice smell. Now for our second layer, let's put these up here. Right now, let's take some of these. Oh God! I don't know if you can see these. Are called marshmallow twirlies, and they are so good. Here's what they look like. A twirl's got a hole in the middle there. Take some of these twirlies, They're a little too big. We just cut up the twirlies a little bit into little smaller bite-sized pieces. And the marshmallow gives it a consistency, you know what I'm saying? It's not even so much the flavor. Marshmallow itself really does not have so much of a flavor, but it has a consistency, so you know that you're chewing something that's very pleasurable. The chewing and the gooey chewy. And okay, so we've got the pieces a little smaller, just whatever, spread that around, put that in there. There we go. Don't really have to get too, you know, artistic, but if you like, if that's your thing, you may as do that. So put that in there, and next I believe we're gonna put this. I got here the Twixie bar, and just open up the Twix. Tell you what it is about the Twix. It's cookie and it's caramel. Okay, cookie and caramel. You can't go wrong. Okay. All right, then you just spread the Twixie on there. Ooh, that's good. Now just to have another kind of flavor, because you're really just putting together all your, maybe your favorite flavors, and you're putting them all together into one delicious pie that everyone's gonna enjoy, and they're gonna taste, and they're gonna go, what's that? What was that? I'm not sure, you know? Was that sage, you know? No, you say, no, that was not sage, hee hee. And then maybe it's a little joke, they have to guess. If they can name all the things in it, they get a booby prize. Okay, here's what we have, little dinky, what are these called? Dinky donuts. Dinky donuts. Dinky donuts. And they're not really dinky enough, because you want to make them a little more dinky. Just break it up, your dinky donut. Some people might be allergic to dinky donuts, so you might make one pie with and one without, and just be very careful to mark clearly which is which, you know what I'm saying? It's like coffee and the decaf, that whole business. Okay, put your dinky donuts in there. Okay. Okay, now, let's go with this. Now this is, I like the flavor of cherry, who does not? And instead of making the cherry mixture, which can be quite time consuming, here's a little trick. You could say Marlon taught you this. Here's what we do. You take your pie, okay, cut it in half, all right? Then you simply spoon out the delicious cherry concoction. You see that, how simple that is? Okay, it does not like to come off the spoon so well. Just scoop it out, and you just use your fingers. It's okay. Scoop it. Now look what you have left there. You can use that. We're gonna save this. I'll show you what you can use this for later. Something special. Then same with the other half. Just scoop. Okay, get off. Just scoop it out. Get all the. Oh boy, that's really good. Oh, that's delicious. Ooh, made a funny sound there. Okay, you put your cherry in there, and it just doesn't have to go everywhere. See what I'm saying? You normally would think you have to create a layer of the cherry, but you put in what's called a pocket, what I call a pocket of flavor, and then there's a little pocket over here, but then over here there is not. So you take a bite over here, and you're like, ooh, what was that? And then over here, and then it's not there, and it's like, it keeps, just anything that you could do for your pie to keep people sort of guessing, and they're not sure. And I think it adds to the pleasurable experience of the pie. Again, we will save this half right there. Now, when I think of summer, I don't know about you, but what comes to mind is delicious popsicles. Like maybe you get from the ice cream truck, comes ringy-dingy by, and you say, ice cream man, and you say, I would like an ice cream, and you stand there and you think about it for a very long time. More often than I do not, I would choose a fudgicle. So now you're saying, well, how can you take a fudgicle and how can you put it, I'm telling you, you can, see? You just scoop it out. You just scoop it, don't get the stick. Okay, scoop. Now this is gonna add a kind of a cool flavored chocolate coolness. It's gonna be, yes, chocolate coolness flavor. And there you're just, same thing with what I was saying before about the flavor pockets. Then you take your stick and you just scrape it off the stick there. This reminds me, back at, Jesus, I think it was in 43, I was in school at the time, I was in high school. My friend Sal, he was eating a popsicle in the cafeteria, and he was so ambitious about eating this popsicle, you know, that he swallowed the stick, and the stick got stuck on his esophagus, right down there in his neck, and he was gagging and choking on it and making all sorts of a fuss. So I got up behind him, and I'm banging on his back to try to make it come up, you know. This was before we had that even, what's called the Hamlick, whatever thing. That was not invented at this time. So I'm pounding, whacking. At that time still I was a pretty strong man, you know. And the popsicle stick comes flying out of his mouth and across and hits this girl Chatty Cathy right in the eyeball. And they used to call her Chatty Cathy, but then after that they called her One Eye because she had to wear a patch. And it was kind of sad. No one asked her to the prom because they called her, you know, Cathy, pirate girl, and you know, kids can be very cruel. They made fun of them, and I felt very bad because I felt sort of responsible in a way, like, oh, you know, maybe it wasn't for me, she would still have the eyeball. And so I asked her to the prom, and she turned out to be a very nice girl, and that is how I met my first wife, Kathy Brando. Isn't that a nice story? I thought that would be a nice summer story. Okay, so you put your fudgekle in there. Okay, let's get rid of that mess. And where are we now? Okay. Let us go to the real Joe. Wait, you don't want to skip a step. Spin these. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, now. Okay, here's a little caramel, so it's nice and slow. Now, as you may recall, there was caramel in the Twixie bar, but you know, with caramel, you can never have too much caramel. If someone said, oh, I better love caramel, they are bull crapping you. Let me tell you that much. They are just lying. And never there, ooh. And you can do, again, here's where again, you can use your creativity, do some swirlies, and you can write your name. Hello, Colin, happy summer to Colin from Marlon. See that? You can't really see that, but it's there, trust me. Okay, put that over there. Now we will go to what's called sort of like the frosting of the pie in a way. And that is Cool Whip. I really enjoy Cool Whip. It's very delicious and it's so versatile. You can use it for very many things. And just scoop it out and spread it on the top there. Just scoopy. Make sure you do not, when you buy a Cool Whip, don't put it in the freezer. A lot of people make that mistake. You can put it in the freezer, but for your purposes, you want it to be very smooth and malleable. There we go. Let's just see how it's looking. It's like a frosting, and you can almost like sort of create those little mountain peaks, those little, just like you're on a mountain with snowy mountain, and you're climbing on the mountain, and you put the little peakies there and snowy. Let's do this one. Now you see, I don't know if anyone's using a watch right now, but if you happen, you would say, oh my God, I can't believe you made such incredibly, what seemingly a complex, so many different ingredients, and yet how quickly did you put this together? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get these last minute things come up and you get crazy frantic, you know, you're trying to do this and do that, and it takes away from your enjoyment. That's why I like to do this, because you have a very fast and quick recipe, then you have the time to enjoy what you're supposed to enjoy, and that is fraternizing with your comrades and your friends and your family, whatever, who you're having at your party. You have time to be at the party. You know what I mean? You're not worried, oh, this got to put this in the oven, I got to time that, I've got 8 pots going on at once. Forget about all that malarkey. Life is too short to do that kind of stuff. You just gotta take it easy, you know? Take it easy and keep it easy. Okay, so again here, we create, this is like, I went one time, I was doing a movie on Kilimanjaro. It's a big mountain, and this reminds me of that. I'm having a sort of a weird, like a deja vu flashback. I'm like looking at this and I'm like, I feel like I was there. I think I was right there. We shot a scene there, and one of the extras fell off and he went, whoa, and he fell off and he landed over there. And he was dead, but I don't want to get morbid. Okay, so again, this is, everything here is quantities to taste. There's no hard and fast rules about how much of this and how much of that. Some people might like a pinch. Some people might like a big gloopy. There. Look at that. Here's another exciting thing about putting the Cool Whip on top here is that what's in the pie? What's in the pie? I don't know. It's a mystery. You see what I'm saying? It keeps your guests guessing. Again, they're like, I don't know what's in there. I'm not, what kind of pie is that? Marlon, what have you got going on there? Is this another one of your crazy things? And I always say, I'm like, you know, you take a little flavor and you tell me what's in there, Mr. Big Shot, you know what I'm saying? Oh, boy, it's fun. Okay, so put up there. Oh, geez, I'm telling you, I don't know if I could keep away from this too long, you know what I'm saying? It's really looking quite delicious. Now we have, I don't know if you can see this. Let's get a shot of that. Let's get a shot of that. You see that? Good shot. See this? You know what these are? These are mini M&Ms. Have you seen such a thing? Look at their smaller. They're like little baby M&Ms. Like if 2 M&Ms got together, this is what would come out. Anyway, they're very cute. I like them, and you just could sprinkle them on top, and they're all different colors as well. And add a little color around there. Adds a little bit of variety of the color and makes it just a little more presentational. But not only that, you also would be biting into a delicious flavor of the M&M, and everyone knows what that is. Everyone has their own experience with having M&Ms and what that was like, and they know. They look at this and they're going to say, woo, I remember that. Maybe they don't know what's on the inside, but they know what's on the top, and they're like, oh, I know I'm in for something good, because if it starts out with little M&Ms and some Cool Whips, then I know it's going to be delicious. And finding out what's on the inside, that will be part of the fun. Okay, put those on top there. One more little bit. What is this again? This is purely decoration. There's some red decoration, red sprinklies. Ooh, this is really very exciting. It's coming together quite nicely. If I do say so, I don't mean to pat myself on my big fat back, but this is looking pretty damn good. Not too bad for an old guy, huh? Throwing something together like that, you have to appreciate. Yep, the guy's still got something going on if he can make something as delicious as this. And let me just explain, when you're creating a delicious food, dessert item such as this pie, here's what you're saying. You are giving, you are reaching inside yourself, and you are putting a little bit of you into what you are. It's like you're mixing yourself into the whole thing, into the ingredient, part of the ingredient. It's not written, but it's there. It's you. It's what you have to offer. It's part of the love that comes from you. So as much love as you have inside, and as you show that, and you feel that, and you express that when you are cooking, then that's what's going to come out. You know, when your friends have a bite of that, it's like they're having like a bite of you. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to make them very, very happy, because it's a way for them to get a little closer to you and to to feel a special connection with the flavor. And it's subtle though. They're not going to know. They're just going to know I'm eating this, I'm feeling good, and I feel close, and it's a beautiful thing. That's what it comes down to. It's a beautiful thing that you're sharing, and you can say that with food, you can express it, and I think everyone will appreciate it very much. Once again, let's take another look-see here. This is the delicious summer surprise pie, which I made for my friend Collins, and I hope that your party is really a success. I think if you can create something like this, I do not see how it could not be. Everyone's going to take a bite of that. They will remember. What you're creating here is a memory as well, that they will take with them, and for some other time, when they are at some other place, maybe at a party that's not so good, maybe they're eating something that's not quite right, they're going to remember back to a time when they had something that was savory and delicious and made with love, and that came from your heart, and that is going to touch them at that later time. So this is not the purely temporary experience. What you're creating here is something for now and for the future. It will keep giving, it will keep touching them. As, for example, I will touch into this Cool Whippy and taste it. See how I'm tasting it now, and later I will remember that taste, and I will think, very tasty, very good. Good feeling. Good feeling. That's what we say when we cook. We say share good feeling. Share it, the goodness of the feeling, and let's everybody feel good. Let's all have a special summer full of the love and goodness, and let's all try and remember to share what we have and not be so selfish that we hold on to it ourselves, because that will only make us very dark and scary, and no one will like us, and we will become very removed and very unhappy. I know that I went through a period of that in my own life when I shut everybody out, and it was not a good time, but I came through that, and I feel blessed that I did, and now I'm feeling very much like sharing my big loveness with everybody and my friends, and I hope that you all do that as well this summer and every single day of your life. Okay, thank you for your time. Enjoy your delicious summer surprise pie, and then enjoy the party, and please have a very safe and blissful and loving summer. Thank you, Collins. Goodbye. But Alex, I don't know if I could. Maybe I could just eat this right now. I just filled myself up on this, so I will save that. It's funny, I got to talking and I forgot to show them this one thing. What you can do with this. But I'll share it with you, Marty. You take your little pocket which you made. It almost looks like what is that called? That thing that you like, the spicy calzone. Sort of like a calzone. Doesn't it look like a calzone? But it's not a calzone because it's like a dessert calzone. See what I'm saying? And then you look at that. Put that on there. Look at that. Look what else you can do. Put some of these in there. Look at that. Look at that. Pack that in. Look at that. The dessert calzone. Tell me you don't want to have a big, huge bite of that, Maybe you're serving calzones at one of your functions, and then you have these on a plate for later, and people think, oh, I already had the calzone. And they're like, whoop. Save your judgment. Do not judge the cover by the book, or however that goes. See, this might be different. So this is a little dessert calzone. See that? See this is what I'm saying, Marty. When you are feeling something, it does not, you can just create things like this right simply off the top of your head. Dessert calzone, watch this. Huh. Oh God. I can't even explain the flavors that are going through my mouth right now. There's a little of the crunch of the mini M&Ms and the delicious cool flavor and savoriness of the Cool Whip, and then you got the crunchy crust of the pie crust with a little glaze on it. All those things are running through, they're dancing through the field of my mind. It's very delicious. Oh, that's pretty good. There's another one in the pot. I'm gonna just take a little nap right here. Feel very content. Very content.